Hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight livestream of D&D. My name is John, and I'm hearing myself.
Marco.
I'm here to DM. Christy, I'm hearing myself through you.
Hang on, let me plug in my headphones.
Thank you very much. I'm here to DM this game of the Waterdeep Dragon Heist. I am joined by Tanny.
Hello.
Schmitty.
Hi.
Christy.
Hello.
And Sean.
Oh, Joe.
Hello, Martin.
It is I, Martin Madrazo.
Oh, that'll confuse everybody. Ben, unfortunately, can't be here with us this week because his back is hurting. So we hope he gets better soon and takes a rest, which he deserves to. Hey, Vipe, welcome back. When last this group gathered, they went on a little delivery job for the Doom Raiders, who were looking to transport some potions. Schemo Weirdbottle had brewed some potions for a client he didn't want to deliver, the client didn't want to pick up, so you guys stepped in as the middleman.
Middleman.
You delivered the potions despite a group of kobolds and bugbears attempting to steal them from you. You then returned back to your tavern, where it's been chugging along, getting established. When one morning, early-ish in the morning, there was a giant explosion outside. You all rushed out to see the devastation in the streets. There were 11 dead bodies. You spoke with some eyewitnesses. You allowed the worried general public to come and wait in the tavern. You spoke with the City Watch, including Barnabas Blastwind and his Sergeant Cromley, who were lead investigators. Barnabas for the Watchful Order of Magists and Protectors, and Saith Cromley with the City Watch. You discovered via a young boy who had been an eyewitness, Martem Trek, that a necklace had plopped down into a water barrel just after the explosion. And this was handed off to the official investigators. You also spoke with Falar Lafleur, who informed you that a cloaked man took something from the dead gnome and limped away. And just as the session was finishing, Underscum returns. I believe Underscum returns into the Trollskull Tavern. It could be Reginald. I can't remember which of you were doing this. With a Waterdavian noblewoman. Can anybody remember 2 weeks ago whether it was Underscum or
think
Reginald?
it was Reginald? I seem to think it was Reginald. I could be wrong.
I want to say it was Reggie.
Reginald is entering into Trollskull Manor supporting a distraught noblewoman who is currently saying that the man on the roof was not a man, but more like a puppet shaped like a man. Which is information that she has given to the official investigators, but is now just a little bit distraught by what she's seen and is telling anybody that will listen, which includes hopefully you guys.
Yes.
Well, I'm quite curious about this puppet looking like a man thing.
Give me an intelligence check. Both Nuri and Gimbal can make me intelligence checks.
Once I'm logged in, I will do.
Darn you, roll 20! That was a 20 for the briefest of frames.
The 3D dice have betrayed you once again.
They always do. It's always on that last frame before it decides, yes, it's on this now.
So what role am I doing?
Just an intelligence check. Just to see if this strikes any memories in Nuri. And it does. Both Nuri and Gimbal. This description of a man that looks like a puppet of a man
Ooh.
bears a striking resemblance to automatons that sometimes march in the Day of Wonders parade, which takes place in the autumnal season in Waterdeep. Which is a parade that showcases the recent inventions constructed by the Gondar, or the worshippers of Gond, or the gnomes, who tend to put on a massive display that probably at least fizzes and explodes more often than not.
That's what happens when things are invented by gnomes.
No magic.
And you get the feeling that this creature, human that creature that looks like a man but is a puppet, matches that sort of description, and so it might be worthwhile talking to the Temple of Gond.
Yeah, I shall relay that to the party.
Yeah. I was going to say, would we know where where that temple is exactly, or would it be out of town?
The local Temple of Gond is the House of Inspired Hands, and it sits on the corner of Seawatch Street and Shark Street in the Seaward. So yes, you would know where it is.
Yeah, so it'd be easy to sort of go to.
Yeah, it's better than most things that we got right now. Anyone fancy gonna check this out?
I don't see why not.
Temple of Gold.
Do these automatons make a habit of attacking people?
Well, like you say, they're normally in a parade, so they're normally for fun.
The very worst, they're just constructs, just point and tell them to go.
Hmm. Well, if this is our lead, then we must follow it.
Well, it makes sense to just go and check, because as it's eventually well known.
Bless you, Bella.
Underscum agrees for the moment that he's going to stay and keep an eye on the multitude of crowd that is currently gathered within the manor house while you go and investigate.
Away!
Thank you, Underscum. Keep them entertained. Right here, there's a door.
Warriors sort of come trotting out. Wave to Underscum.
Underscum heads into the kitchen and starts preparing lots and lots of tea.
Or beer.
Hopefully not some combination of the two in one glass, but,
You never know.
Underscum might try that.
All that comes to mind is Underscum coming out with like one of those massive hot water runs. This is full of tea.
The House of Inspired Hands looks like a cross between a temple and a workshop. The symbol of Gond, a toothed cog with 4 spokes, is displayed prominently. As you reach the building, you look up and can see a humanoid shape perched on the rooftop. It extends a hand and releases a tiny metal sparrow into the air that does a few loops, flapping around in the air before diving straight at you.
And now I just feel insulted.
Could you all roll me initiative, please?
Are you kidding me?
It begins. Although I feel like a battle map is needed for this.
You can fill that way, but they've not provided me with one, so...
Oh, yes.
Aha!
Not journey for both of us.
Nuri, can we get an initiative check, please?
Yep, it's loading my sheet.
Anytime.
Or Trinity doesn't like my player sheets.
Okay. Doop. Gimbal. There's a small bird about the size of a sparrow is flapping down towards you.
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Yes, I cast Fireball. Wait.
That was fucked up. Mistakes were made.
Well, I feel this is more of a Pokemon battle, so I shall send out Moonin.
Okay.
Flying type versus flying type. Nothing can go wrong.
Munin
I tell Moonin
flaps
to
up
go.
there.
It's a shame. It's a shame. I liked this Munin.
Roll me an attack with Munin.
Moonin uses Peck.
Munin flaps up towards the creature and goes into peck, and the creature just darts around Munin. And unfortunately, Munin misses.
That's unfortunate.
Reginald.
How far is this creature?
At the moment, it's about 45 feet away from you. The top of the building is about 60 feet up. It's started to flap down towards you.
Why are we fighting this again?
Because I'm insulted.
It's flying it down at us in a menacing fashion.
I'm suddenly rolling initiative for it. Okay. Now I'm gonna go towards it.
It's in the air. Do you?
I'll like basically go towards it in a way like where it is like hovering from.
Okay.
And I think I have a spell that could help. I'm just wondering if it's gonna help in any way. Oh, it's not gonna work. It's not even 10 feet of me, is it?
Not yet. No.
God damn it.
Welcome to the joy of Paladin spell.
Is there a way I can ready an action on a feature?
What feature do you want to ready the action for?
Nature's Wrath.
You can ready Nature's Wrath.
Brilliant. I will wait where he is, and then once it gets into 10 feet of my radius, I will use the spectral Nature's Wrath.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand there. I just look at everyone, just like, is there a reason why we're catching this?
Nuri.
Yes.
There is a small mechanical bird flapping towards you. What do you do?
Try to grab it.
Okay. It's not here just yet, but you can ready an action to grab it if it gets past Reginald's Wrath of Nature.
Hold person wouldn't work on it, I take it. It's just for an actual human.
It's not a person, no.
It's a creature.
Construct, isn't it?
It is a
metal
construct,
bird.
yes.
Yeah. No, I'll get ready to catch it.
Nuri sort of takes up a baseball outfield pose to get ready to grab the creature.
One of her many artifacts is a baseball mitt.
One of those oversized ones, like the yaoi things you get at convention.
Oh god, I remember that.
Reginald.
Yeah.
The creature flaps down towards the group and gets within 10 feet of you. Remind me how Nature's Wrath works.
I will plunk that. No, wait, hang on. Press the button. You can cause spectral fires to spring up and reach the creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. The creature must succeed on the strength or dexterity saving throw its choice or be restrained. While the restraint is by the fires, the creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each turn. On the success, it frees itself and the fire vanish.
Well, I'm going to go with a dexterity saving throw because that is a better number.
I don't know how high though. I'm assuming it's to do with my spell save DC.
It'll be your spell save.
Your spell save DC.
Okay, this is going to be terrible then.
6.
No, it's not. No,
Is yours higher than 6?
It is high. It's higher than mine's higher than 6. It's 11.
I should hope.
It has to be higher than a 6 because
either that or you've made you picked the worst thing to have a dump stat in.
This small mechanical sparrow flaps down towards you, seemingly on a collision course. And Reginald reaches out with his holy symbol, and it just flashes a light, and 10 vines rip out of the ground.
I heard you say pentacles.
Yeah.
No.
Tentacle-like vines.
John nearly turned it weird, don't worry. It's
whip out of the ground, much like the Pokemon fight that
In the right Bulbasaur's finds.
Gimbal attempted to start. Reginald used Vine Whip, and it was super effective.
Yes.
And Gimbal's little Pokemon brain is broken.
The vines just whip up towards the little bird and hold it in place, and as you can see it trying to fight against the vines, it just sort of and sort of gears just out of it onto the ground.
Did I just kill it?
Yes.
Shit.
It was a familiar. Doesn't have a lot of hit points.
You can see the figure on the rooftop just withdraws back into the temple.
Well then, that's odd. I just get a closer look at it, but this is not my fault. But we're on initiative now. I'll just get a closer look at the thing.
It's a small mechanical sparrow. It looks like something is like whoever put this together really knows clockwork and vaguely knows biology and how a bird flies. And that's about it.
Well, I will
Walk into the temple.
I will hold on to this.
Okay.
And then walk into the temple.
Okay.
Storm on in.
Bless you.
Yes, it is like the Whomping Willow Tree versus the bird, Sean. You head inside, and the main hall of the temple holds about 24 marble pedestals. Each of the pedestals displays either a prize-winning invention or a smaller model of a prize-winning invention if it's too big to be displayed out in this area. Among the displays, you can look around and see a 4-foot-tall working model of a clock tower that rings at the top of every hour, made of wood and iron and bronze and glass, with brass bells and delicate hands formed from solid gold.
You'll never catch on.
A wooden flying machine that has wings that flap when it becomes airborne.
You'll never catch on.
A miniature model of a mechanical dragon turtle with a brass plaque affixed to the pedestal that just reads, "Big Belchy sank in Deepwater Harbour on the Day of Wonders 1363.
No, that might catch on.
There is another pedestal that just reads, "Waking Helmet," upon which is a helmet with a small articulated metal arm and hand that will gently slap the wearer if they fall asleep.
I could go
Gently.
Gently.
And then on the on one of the other pedestals, you see the miniature model of a red submarine shaped like a manta ray that has a brass plaque affixed to the pedestal that reads, "The Scarlet Marpanoth, Lantanese submersible, launched in 1489 DR." And you can hear all around, it's nearly deafening in here. There are people everywhere working on things, tightening bolts, welding, tinkering with clockwork devices. There's a lot of clockwork ticking. There's a lot of metal work being done. It's a cacophony of inventions being invented and inventors talking about inventions over the sound of inventions being invented. For the at least two of you that know, it's kind of like the hero support classes in My Hero Academia. And every so often there's just a loud explosion as something in one side of the room doesn't work quite as intended, and a soot-covered gnome will just go, on to the next one, and start working on something else. And as you sort of look around to take this scene in, a dragonborn with bronze dragon ancestry approaches you. Greetings, travellers. My name is Valletta. How can I assist you today?
We were just attacked by someone on the roof.
Yes, this little thing, and I show him the mechanical sparrow.
She sighs heavily. That sounds like Nim.
Nim?
Nim is a nimblewright that was gifted to the temple by a Lantanese wizard. Come this way.
Follows.
And she leads you to a spiral staircase.
This is not going to go well for my legs.
Up to the attic. And gets up to the attic door, goes to turn the handle, and finds Nim has locked the door. And I don't recognise this lock.
Maybe we can barge it out. If that's okay with you, though.
Jessica, did you,
I maybe try to convince Nim to open the door first.
I knock on the door. Nim?
You hear sounds on the other side of something moving around inside.
Hello? Nim? Knocks on the door again.
Nim can't speak, so just try talking to it. It can understand speech, but it can't speak itself.
Okay.
It would be easier if I could see it. It has a sign language that it uses.
Oh, let me try something. Nim, if you understand us, knock on the door twice for yes, and knock on the door once for no. Do you understand?
You hear the whir of clockwork. And the sound of footsteps approaching the door. For a mechanical creature, they sound like footsteps. But you can still hear like metal feet approaching the door. And just a...
So that's a knock, yeah?
It knocks twice.
That's yes. Can you let us in? No, I see.
That can make things awkward.
We are not here to harm you. We were given back your friend. I apologize for destroying your friend here, but...
roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. 22.
You hear a ticking on the other side of the door, and then then the sound of footsteps in the room just moving away from the door.
I try to turn the doorknob.
And it turns and the door swings open.
Okay. And I look at Nim as I look in.
You are met with a room filled with piles and piles of clockwork bits and pieces, metal plates, half-assembled things. You don't see Nim at the moment. And then, as you sort of start to all move into the room, there's the sound of clockwork, and a pile loudly clangs to the ground, and you can see Nim withdraw behind a pile of stuff.
Hello there, Nim. My name is Reginald Rosebridge, and these are my friends. And I'll let you introduce.
Hello.
Hello, Gimbal.
Nuri here.
Yes,
Just
so,
gonna have-
there we go.
Um,
I apologize for hurting your friend here, and I hold out the little mechanical bird.
Nim looks at the creature and then starts making hand gestures. And Valletta, Nim says that they are sorry. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I'm assuming it wasn't fully functional. Is that correct?
Nim nods.
You are forgiven. I understand the situation.
Nim makes the hand signs again, and Valletta explains. Nim is very sorry. It didn't mean to cause you harm.
I don't think it hurt anyone here, but I feel more sorry for hurting this.
Let me see if I got a picture of what Nim looks like.
Why am I just imagining the what are they called? The Pento drones?
Bella.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we have a picture. Oh, not what I was expecting.
No, I would expect it to be a little bit more cuter, but that looks amazing though.
So he doesn't.
Have a look, see.
He doesn't have a sword. But yeah, this is what Nim looks like.
Mm.
I'm alright. I love the mustache.
You've only got a moustache.
Nim walks over to you, Reginald, and goes to scoop the bird out of your hands. Do you allow him to?
I will allow him to.
And then Nim takes it over to what appears to be a workstation and sort of brushes some other stuff off of it and starts going to work fixing the bird.
I turned to the Dragonborn and I asked, I've never seen such creation. What is it? What is it?
Well, Nim is a Nimblewright. It's a mechanical construct. They are created to be guards or assassins or entertainment. They're primarily made of lightweight wood and powered by magic. They can, in theory, pass for human if you put them in the right clothes.
He seemed to. It seemed to really show so much emotions already.
Nim is a fascinating invention. Nim invents on their
Amazing. I've noticed, especially with what's surrounding this room.
own.
How?
Give me a perception check, everybody, please.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I got a 12. Boink.
22.
There's a
I'll
lot of
take it.
twos.
Lots of twos.
2 appears to be the magic number tonight.
Come on, Nuri. Let's continue the twos.
Am I rolling?
Perception. Okay, I am. Okay. You guys all sort of look around this room at the half-finished inventions within it. And amongst the brass and bronze bits and pieces, you spot a couple of things. One is a foot-long copper contraption with an umbrella-like thing at one end. You can see things that look sort of like in another pile you see what looks to be like a canvas bag with two straps and a heavy buckle to attach the bag to a person. You can see what appears to be several smoking pipes on another pile. You can also see tucked away in a corner another differently shaped mechanical man made of sturdier materials than a Nimblewright.
My money's on Nimble being a bit of a murderer.
But it doesn't. It's difficult to tell from where it's piled if this is a full person or just parts.
They're returned.
And they're back.
That's some secret.
I'm walking over to the last thing you said, John.
Okay,
Hey.
Seskareth. Are you both walking over towards this?
Indeed. We walk over to the Tin Man.
And I uncover because you say it was covered in other bits. I'm
Yeah.
uncovering.
The eyes on the creature flicker open as you approach.
Oh dear.
Hello? Whirs a metal voice.
What is that?
Hi. I'm Gimbal. What's your name?
I am designated Aegis.
Nice to meet you, Aegis. Can we help you up?
I cannot feel my legs.
Does he have legs?
You look down and know he doesn't have legs.
That's a very good question
Wolf
with a
wants to be
robot.
like electric sheep.
Where is Aegis? Where?
You're in the... Forgotten the name of the god now.
Gond.
Yeah, you're in the Temple of Gond. I'd imagine it's been quite a while.
Where did you come from?
Far away. Long ago. been here a while. Aegis's memory banks are broken. Cannot recall. There was a war. Aegis is a weapon. Aegis destroy the enemy.
And steady on, Aegis, we are friendly. Let's get you up on your repaired first, then up on your feet. Reginald, Nimble. Yeah, could I have a hand?
Sure.
Valletta turns and sees this, and I would advise leaving that there. Aegis is problematic. We have been working on Aegis for a few years now. It was malfunctioning. It was confused, claims there is a war, that it is a weapon, that it is fighting the enemy, but our history records no war here.
What does it look like?
I have a sneaking suspicion I know what it looks like.
I think I know what it looks like.
It looks very much it looks like a Warforged, but more earlier in the development of the Warforged than than someone such as, say, Steel. If Steel is sort of the latest model, this is a model or two earlier in the production line.
Oh, okay. It's just very old.
No, I was going to say, this sounds like a Tier 100 Terminator meeting the T-1000.
Something along those lines, yeah.
Well done.
So, yes.
It's, Aegis has been here for about just over 2 years now, I think.
As this metal man has points towards other the one that's working on the bird. I can't remember his name now. Fuck.
Nim.
Nim. Does he have any other companions in this tower?
No. None that I know of. Why do you ask?
Then it is possible the metal man committed a violent act. As he was seen at the scene of an explosion.
Nim immediately, as soon as you say this, stops working on the bird.
I turn to him, but doesn't say anything yet. I want to see his reaction.
It starts to sign another message. And Valletta looks on confused. Nim says that it built another like itself because it was lonely. But about a month ago it fled. And Nim hasn't seen it since. Nim, you can't create more. You can't just create more like yourself without telling anybody. You can't do that, Nim. And she goes to the door and shouts for some acolytes to come up.
What are you doing?
Nim can't keep inventing if he's not going to tell us what he is doing. So I'm going to have to remove the tools, remove the unfinished inventions.
Oh.
Before you do that, is there any way you can tell us where to find this creation?
Nim looks over to Seskareth as he says this and nods and goes and points at the copper contraption with an umbrella at one end.
Ah, strange contraption. This.
It's a literal metal detector.
He starts to gesture again to Valletta. And Valletta explains, it built this to track, to seek out the missing Nimblewright. But yes, its creators, Nim's creators, left enchantment in Nim that means it can't leave the grounds of the temple. So it wasn't able to use it. He says it spins and whirs and clicks
Off, Bella.
when within 500 feet of another Nimblewright. It gets faster as you get closer to the target.
Certainly helpful.
Just kind of tosses the weird thing at Gimbal because he seems to want to know how to use it. Some sort of weird machine well out of my wheelhouse.
Actually,
I'll go over to him and ask for instruction.
Can I share this one with you? Yes, I can. I think because that's all the secret stuff is on the GM notes layer. So this gimbal is what you are being handed.
Okay, not what I envisioned at all.
Through Valletta, Nim explains to you, Gimbal, that to activate it, you hold down the trigger. While it is activated, if you come within 500 feet of a Nimblewright other than Nim, the umbrella will start to spin and the machine will emit a whirring and clicking sound, all of which accelerate as you get closer to the target until you are within 30 feet of said Nimblewright, at which point the velocity and volume are at their maximum.
Okey-doke.
Are you going to... Valletta asks, are you going to use this? Find the other Nimblewright.
That's kind of the intention. Yes, the other Nimblewright caused a bit of trouble downtown.
If you can return with proof of its destruction, I can pay you 500 gold from the temple.
God.
and I might be able to work out some inventions that we can part with that probably work.
Okay, that sounds fair.
Fine.
Maybe see why not.
Okay.
If we find it and it is in one piece, do you want it back?
No, we just need evidence of its destruction.
I think you might need a hammer over a spear, Seskarath.
I'm going to look for some sort of tool in this place. That would be something that could pry a metal plate off or something like that.
You can find something that looks like a crowbar.
Grabs it, takes it.
A free man. Okay. How
Inventory and crowbar.
how are you performing a search?
Using the Dubry Firkin.
How are you using the Dubry Firkin to perform a search?
And was one given instructions.
Gimbal knows that he needs to get the Dubry Firkin within 500 feet of a nimble right for the tracker to start tracking it.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it possible to have the map of Waterdeep up?
Yes. Yes, it is, if I could remember where you guys are right now. There you are. Here is map. Nope, nope. Roll 20. I want them on this map. Thank you.
roll 20. Roll 20. Stop it.
Behave.
So you are presently...
You are over here.
You are presently here.
Bing. Bing.
Oh, wow. Miles off. Okay, all the way by the west gate. Crikey.
So how would you like to explore the city?
Well, we know it came from here. And did he say how long ago it was it escaped? It ran away?
About a month.
So, in the past month, it's been wandering around the city. And now it's turned up at Trollskull Alley, where it, according to the noble said that she saw it throw something and then the explosion happened.
Yes.
So, we know it pretty much is that thing that caused the explosion. Base,
Yeah.
Sorry, you've gone very quiet now, Sean.
So we know that it's been at Trollskull Alley. So surely the best place to start the search would be Trollskull Alley.
Okay.
Because we don't know.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, we can go back there and ask if she saw which direction it went.
Okay.
Still there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, it can still work whilst we're walking along. As soon as we get a ping, we know it's within 500 feet of us.
Brother.
Okay, so you walk back from the House of Inspired Hands, holding the nimble right detector.
Yeah, generally fascinated by how it works, and maybe having the old like, well, what happens if I turn this dial here?
Sorry, anybody listening on the stream, if you had headphones in, you may not be hearing anymore. I made the bad decision of muting Discord over the stream with that sneeze. Apologies to headphone users. I really
why you suddenly went quiet.
I really need to find a button for my Stream Deck that allows me to mute both at the same time. So you hold out the device, and as you walk back to Trollskull Alley, it's quite a walk. It's across pretty much the entire length of, or the entire width of the city. So, you know, it takes a good time, and by the time you're getting back to Trollskull, it's probably the middle of the afternoon. It doesn't start reacting as you walk back. Nothing happens as you walk back.
Good to know.
Return to the tavern and see if that fancy lady's still there.
As you get back to the tavern, you discover that the City Watch have taken all of the bodies away to their various temples to be dealt with. They have reduced the number of City Watch, stopping people from getting in or out, because now that the bodies have gone, there's no reason to stop people getting in or out. But they have left a couple of watchmen to just sort of be a active presence on Trollskull because of the incident. You get back to the tavern, and what was her name? Jezreen. Jezreen is not present anymore.
Damn it. Well, are the two investigators still, like their lead investigators, still there?
They aren't, no.
Well then. Fresh out of idea.
Well,
as you approach Trollskull, you spot a familiar face.
Your own.
Yours. It is Rainier Neverember.
Renee.
oh no.
Yes, this guy. I heard what happened. I came as quickly as I could. I mean, I heard there was an explosion, and it was near the tavern that you guys took over. I wanted to come and make sure that you were okay.
We're fine.
Yeah.
What happened? You didn't... It wasn't something you did, was it?
Why would everyone automatically assume that I did something?
It wasn't.
I can't even cast
You,
Fireball
Rainbow.
yet.
So,